Hi, it's Paul Stevens of Bootstrap Local Marketing. This is the first in a series of videos that shows small businesses how they can improve their presence on the internet. All small businesses are constantly looking for new clients, new customers. The typical and conventional ways of improving your reach in terms of potential customers is to pay money for yellow page advertising, buy display ads, spend money on printing brochures and distribute them using direct mail, even insofar as paying for placement in menus or placemats in restaurants, billboard advertising, bench advertising. All of these things are expensive, and more to the point, unless you're set up properly, it's very difficult to find out where your new clients are coming from. That's a mistake many businesses make, is they never ask new clients or new prospects how they found out about the business. Well, today we're going to find out how you can discover what your presence is online. One of the most critically important things you can do is to make sure you're getting an accurate picture when you search Google. And I'm going to use Google because it's the preeminent search engine online, certainly the biggest. YouTube can make an argument as being the second largest because of the number of searches that occur on it, but still, when most people are looking for a business or a service or a product, they go to Google. Now, as you can see, there's a little snapshot of me, and that means Google realizes that it's me, Paul Stevens, using the search engine. Google's going to send me results that it believes I want to see. With Google, it's all about the user experience. If I have searched for specific things previously in the past, Google will remember that if I've done the searches when I'm logged into my account, and so it will try and serve up similar results. We don't want that to happen. If you're a small business, you've probably looked at your own website, or you've looked at your own Facebook page, or you've looked at references to you online numerous times. Well, that's going to skew the results. So you just go up here, left click on the little icon, and sign out. This is going to give you a much less biased perspective of what it is you're looking for. Okay, here I am now. There's Google. It's asking me to sign in. That means, as far as Google's concerned, it doesn't know who's doing the searching. So the example I'm going to use today is lawyers, and it'll be lawyers in Peterborough. Now there is a Peterborough in the UK, and there's also one in New Hampshire, so I'm going to specify Peterborough, Ontario, and see what comes up. Okay, here we are. Now let's talk a little bit about this page. This is what's called the Google 7-pack. If you were to go to Google Maps, all of your results would look like this, and this is something that people quickly look at, because here's phone numbers, here's addresses, and in particular you can see reviews here of these various lawyers. In other videos I'm going to talk about the reviews and what it means to your business, but let's just ignore it for now. Quickly, you can see that in the 7-pack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have specific lawyers. It's not a directory. That you don't get a direct result in the 7-pack. And here's lawyers in Peterborough. Yellow Pages is the #1 result, but that's a directory. Down below, lawyer. Here's a directory. Here's a directory. Another directory. This is lawyer's office, and this is another directory. So it's pretty easy to see who's turning out relatively well. We have these people showing up, and then LLF Lawyers is another firm that shows up well. Well, that's well and good. If you were a lawyer and you did that search and you're not showing up here, maybe you're showing up on one of these pages back here. It's kind of too bad for you. Very few people go to the second page when they're looking for product or service. And let's go to the bottom of the first page and take a look at this. These are searches related to lawyers Peterborough, Ontario, that Google has noticed other people doing. And it behooves you to also see how you come up in any of these searches, because these are searches that are commonly used. I'm going to pull something over here in a second. This is a list of keywords that I found by using the Google keyword tool. And as you can see, lawyers and solicitor is the most frequently used keyword. This is how many searches a month occur across Canada. But there's these other highly searched terms: family law, immigration lawyer, real estate lawyer, estate planning, free legal advice, law firm. You want to see how you turn out in those results as well. So let's do that. Let's just get rid of this. And as I said, Aitken Robertson and NLF Lawyers were the two highest results on the first page in the search for lawyers Peterborough. Well, what do we get when we search for attorneys in Peterborough? Different results, okay? Now, attorneys in Peterborough is not the highest, most frequently searched for term, but it's common enough that Google has served it up, right? And we get a different set of results. There's Aitken shows up again, and NLF. Obviously, if you show up high for the term lawyers, you're probably going to show up high for the term attorneys. But going back, let's look at some of the other choices here. Family lawyers in Peterborough. LLF shows up, but Aitken doesn't show up for whatever reason. Now, I haven't done any checking ahead of time. I don't know if Aitken specializes in, doesn't specialize in family law, for instance. Divorce lawyer, Peterborough. LLF, you'd expect that because family law and divorce law seem to be closely related. Again, Aitken doesn't show up. That suggests to me that they don't put too much weight behind the terms family law and divorce law on their websites. Again, I haven't researched it, but if they don't mention those specific terms, then Google is going to be a little bit reticent about serving them up as a result. So you need to go through this process and see what you come up with. Now, if I was a lawyer and I was brainstorming, I would try and think of a bunch of terms that people might use when they're searching for me. And I would pop these into the search engine, the keyword or the keyword phrase, like real estate lawyers, a keyword phrase, and then Peterborough, Ontario, if I was in Peterborough, Ontario, and see where I rank. You should do this. You should go through the list of each of these terms, drop them into a little Excel spreadsheet, have the term for lawyer, and then have a term over here for rank. Am I on the first page of Google in position number 6, 7, 10? Am I on the second, third page, whatever? Find out where you're strong and find out where you're weak. Where you're strong, a good thing to do, in fact, is to make sure that you maintain that strength. And in places where you're weak, maybe you don't want to go into competition because there's too much competition. And that's where something like this, you can see here that there's probably going to be a lot of competition for the most searched for terms. But if you can show up for free lawyer advice, law firms, law office, litigation lawyer, real estate lawyer, wills and estates, and the searches for those are $3.20 a month, and you elect to emphasize 5 of those terms on your website, well, suddenly you are in position to get noticed for 1,520 or 1,560 different searches a month. And that comes very close to the more highly searched for terms, and there'll be a lot less competition. You won't have to beat out people who are ranking highly for solicitor, lawyers, and family law. You will have to beat out people who are using the fewer number of people who are using these terms, because if these terms aren't being searched for as frequently, marketers are not emphasizing those terms. I can tell you that for free. Okay, hope this has been useful. Remember, basically, come up with a list of keywords that make sense for your law firm, pop them in here, keyword phrase, geographic modifier, and then track where you show up on the listings. Is it first page? Is it third page? The further down, the less likely you're going to be seen, because 70% of all people click on the first 3 results, and it's down as low as 5 or 6% click on the number 10 result. That's on the first page. It drops after that when you get to the second and third page. So basically, you want to be on the first page. Ideally, you want to be on the top half of the first page. All right? Paul Stevens, Bootstrap Local Marketing. I hope this has been useful for you. Get out there right now. Find out how you rank for the key search terms that you believe your clients will be using to find you.